During lunch with my in-laws, a text from an unknown number froze me. Don't react. They're recording you. I swallowed hard, a smile plastered on my face, but my mind was in turmoil. They were filming me. But why? Before we go on, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a free way to support my work and help me share emotional stories like this one. My mother-in-law had always looked at me with disdain, blaming my indecent family for my existence. My husband's silence was her greatest ally. I was Clara, a 34 years old literature teacher trained to read between the lines, and my instinct screamed I was being set up. This wasn't just a video, it was a SAG. I decided to give them the exact opposite of what they wanted: silence, preparation, and counterattack. The next day I found the hidden camera footage on my husband's computer. A folder named Backup CL contained dozens of videos labeled with dates and rooms. Kitchen 0713, move, bedroom 0705, move. They had recordings of me in my most private moments, during arguments, and was talking to my therapist. My rage grew as I saw they were editing the videos, rearranging my words to fabricate a narrative of instability. I wouldn't be a victim. I bought an external hard drive and copied everything. I took a medical leave from work to give myself time and space to form a plan. In a public library far from their praying eyes, I went through every video. I found what I feared most: a recording of my son talking to his grandmother, who said, "Soon your mom's going to leave and the house will be yours." They were using my son as a weapon. That's when my pain turned into steel. Humiliation become fuel for revenge. I hired a lawyer specializing in emotional abuse and surveillance. We filed a protection order for my son, and I authorized an investigation into all hidden cameras. The irony was not lost on me. Their own videos would be used in incriminate them. To expose them, I planned a birthday dinner for myself, a gift for them, a box with a screen that would display everything they had stolen. A handwritten note in my son's backpack: "You need to leave. They are going to use the boy." Almost derailed my plan. My son confirmed his grandmother was trying to run him against me. The next day, I filed an emergency request to temporarily suspend my mother-in-law's contact with him. The court approved it. My husband, sensing my action, became more aggressive, but I had copies and witnesses. The final straw came when he told me my son, "Mummy, might be taken away if he doesn't get better soon." I know I couldn't wait any longer. My husband's sister, the only neutral member of the family, connected me. She gave me a flash drive containing a printed email from my mother-in-law detailing their premeditated plan for it if Clara snaps. The email included instructions for installing cameras and phrases to provoke me. This was the irrefutable, legally admissible proof I needed. My lawyer filed a new motion and the judge approved it in less than 72 hours. Legally, neither my husband nor my mother-in-law could come near me or my son. I went ahead with the birthday dinner, feigning reconciliation. I rented a quiet venue, set up a projector, and prepared the videos. As soon as the lights went out, the video began. The gentle image of my reading to my son was immediately followed by an audio recording of my mother-in-law's voice. "She will destroy herself. We just need to give her a little push." Then came the side-by-side footage showing the manipulated videos next to the original. The distortions were grotesque. My husband tried to stop the projector, but the technician I hired had nothing clip ready. A recording of my husband telling his lawyer, "I'll push her until she loses custody, that we'll get the house and the kid. The room fell into chaos. My husband's family members started crying and walking out. I had my revenge. I had won. But when I got home, a white envelope on the table contained a photo of mice asleep with a handwriting note on the back. You still don't know what I'm capable of. Someone had been inside my house. I was terrified but determined. I filed a report for trespassing and stalking and had my lawyer file a new request for a full perimeter restriction with electronic monitoring. With the case ongoing, my husband played the victim online. I fought back by creating an anonymous account and posting the videos, which went viral. A woman who had a similar experience with my husband years ago contacted me. He revealed that he had an influential complex a partner at his law firm. The partner controlled most of my husband's assets. I realized this was bigger than I thought. I gathered evidence from the other victim and asked my lawyer to contact the bar association. My revenge was not longer just about family. It was about exposing a web of corruption. The day before a company charity event, my husband sent me a signed contract showing he had sold our house, to a woman I didn't know, Serena Vance. At the event, I waited until my ex-husband and the partner were on stage, giving a speech about family values. I walked onto the stage, took the mic, and said, I thought everyone here deserved to see the real legacy of these men. These men, the footage and documents I had collected were projected onto a giant screen. My ex tried to stop it, but security held him back. The partner went pale. The room fell into a stunned silence. I had won. The next day, both men were suspended from the firm, and a fraud complaint was filed. To the house sale. Full custody of my son was confirmed. I declined media invitations. My pace wasn't in fame. It was in silence, in watching my son sleep peacefully. But the threats continued. A photo of a house with a caption, "You won't, but this never really ends, right?" was sent to me. I installed a high-tech security system. My son started smiling again. I started writing everything down, a way to document my survival. The last page had 3 words. It's not over. I learned that Serena Vance was a college friend of my ex-husband's, a woman who had never accepted being left. He had been Plan B all along. I failed to enroll this sale based on fraud. One day, I got a voicemail with my son's voice. A private recording. That night, I found a micro camera in a lampshade. The police traced it to a rental apartment paid for by my ex-husband's former partners. Serena Vance was arrested, and my ex-husband and his former partner were indicted as accomplices. The media exploded with the story. I finally saw their faces on the news, not as winners, but as criminals. I moved to a smaller than town. A new job my son loves now. I never got another threat. When I look in the mirror, I don't see the exhausted woman who feared her own home. I see a survivor. If anyone ever tries to erase me again, I hope they know I already went to war and won. If the story gripped you, go watch the one of the left and hit the like button. It really helps me keep sharing emotional story like this. If you want to feel this kind of strength in your own life, remember that your story has power. Don't be silenced. Share your experience in the comments below and let's build a community of survivors who refuse to be arraigned.